So we've now got to the point, the project now is that having now got the floorboards down, which is great, I'm waiting for the skirting to come, but I can now get on really with the rubbing down and filling of patch areas. Obviously I've got some big areas where I've done the plastering. I've done an okay job. I'm pretty proud of it, but it's not smooth. It'll show imperfections when I paint on it. So what I'm going to do is use a product called Easifill that's been recommended on many of the YouTube sites I've seen, sort of to put over that and rub down and get rid of any imperfections. I'll also use other products to fill smaller dinks and things like that where I need to. So really it's just about getting the walls now into a smooth position and rubbing them all down. This is the Easifill product. It's a gyprock product that I've been recommended. Looks like it's a 45-minute set time. The good news about this one, the reason I recommend it for this is it's ideal for the smaller jobs. It comes in 5 1 kilogram bags. So it's sort of for repairs on plaster walls, etc. So that's what it's for. You can, by the looks of it, it says you can do 1 to 2 coats. And it's 1 to 11 millimeters of thickness, so it will go quite thick, so I'll probably be able to use that for filling anywhere I need filling, which will be good, so I haven't got to go and buy another product. So the installation, it says here, gradually add Easifill into clean water to mix, then mix it until it's nice and smooth, and then for repairs, remove the loose material before, so just get rid of all the dust and all that type of thing. Fill the hole and cracks with a filling knife. For deep holes, allow first coat to set with minimum for 45 minutes before applying a final coat. So up here I've got an area where there used to be electrical cable coming down that's been ripped out, but I've got to get rid of the metal conduit, and then that will need patch filling. So I'll probably have to use 2 coats of Easifill on that by the looks of it. So I'll put an initial coat, leave the 45 minutes, and then put the second coat on. So like I said, one of the advantages of this, it comes in 5 bags of 1 kilogram bags, so you can mix up small amounts at a time, which is great. So I like that. Tools for the job, I've got this obviously a spatula for the small areas, and then probably for the larger plaster areas I bought this tapering from I think it was from Screwfix or Tool Station. So it's a 12-inch blade that will just give me a bigger area to spread over a thinner area, is the idea on that. And then I'm going to have to get a variety of sanding paper. So the first part will be to prepare the areas, get rid of that blown loose plaster, get rid of that first of all, and get every area ready before I start mixing. So that's 650 millimetres of clean water. I'm just going to stir this in the mix. You can see it's coming to that. Important is to get the consistency right, so measuring out the water I think is probably quite critical. I think I'm going to use my hawk to put it on for the larger area. Okay. This is a lot stiffer to use. the odd ice in a cake, I think. And rub it down, it's just a matter of getting the thickness on that I want. Interestingly, even the wall that the builder plastered, I'll still have to fill to get a smooth finish. This morning I just started to do the first pass of rub down, so I mean it was interesting to see how the plaster areas have gone with respect to how smooth they are, and that Easifill that I've used. I have to say the Easifills are really good. It's easy to rub down. There's very few fillers in the past that I've really bonded to as such. In filling they've always been a bit of a challenge, but this gives you a nice smooth finish in that. And the walls have been pretty good, to be honest. So the tools I've been using for rubbing down, this was really good. Gives you a nice flat plane to work with, so I definitely recommend that, and also rubs down really quickly. So I'm using a 180 grit sanding, and then I'll probably use a 240 just at the end, just to give you that fine touch. I sometimes use the hand block. The only thing is you get really dusty. I was going to use, because I've got an orbital sander and a little hand sander, but it was just kicking up so much dust. So unless you've got a dust extractor, a really good one on top of those things, you got to prepare for a lot of dust. So I decided to hand do it, and I'm glad I did, because it really allowed me to get right into the detail with it. So like I said, you get really dusty. So here's a fireplace. You won't be able to see it too easily on there, but it's actually quite a smooth finish I'm getting on it. I've got to have to go for the second part, so what I've got to do is do a second fill. You know, there's areas that are, you know, things where there's little holes, pit marks that I've got to fill. So there'll be a second fill now, just in small areas, and then another rub down. So just got a couple of places where it hasn't quite taken or broken away. It's always difficult when it meets the plaster, because ultimately it gets down to a feather edge, so there's only so much you can do. Now the paint will help fill some of the porous gaps, but then I'll just say I've got some nicks and bumps. And over by the where the hatch was through to the kitchen, I had a real problem here. This top piece just all fell away. You can see where there's a top piece fell away. It came back to the bare plaster, but to be honest, it's fairly smooth with the plaster, so I've rubbed that down, so I'm okay with that now. But again, just another, so here you can see where it's gone back to the original, so it just needs refilling again. So that's one rub down. I'm now going to go and mix another mix up of Easifill and go around and identify and fill those areas that need a secondary coat, and then rub down tomorrow, and I'm hoping then that's probably the rubbing down to do. So unfortunately, I've got a third day of rubbing down. I'm pretty sure if you're a professional, you'd probably only use the Easifill twice, but I've had to go around just where there's little nicks and dinks as I've been rubbing down. That's probably because I haven't done a very good job with the first two layers, in fairness. So today will be the last rubbing down of the walls. There'll be some minor rubbing down and filling just of woodwork and things like that, but we need to get into painting now. So that's going to be the mission for the next probably week of getting 2 or 3 coats on the walls. But we're going to have a major clean down first of all before we get to that.